Awesome. So we're here at NAMM 2024 with the wonderful Mike Major at GIK Acoustics. And what are you guys working on this year?
We've added the slat fusers. That's the newest product. Basically, the idea was, slat walls have become very popular, but we thought if it could actually be something that has some other acoustical benefit, meaning bass trapping, we could take a slat with the acoustic felt, glue it to a panel of various thicknesses, and so now when people like the look of that, but they still need bass trapping, it's something that works in that respect. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, the curved ones, the polys are just a prototype, as is the corner one, but we're not far off on that. But the others are all available.
They look very, very good.
Yeah, it's kind of a seeing what the market is doing, and people do like. It's easy, especially in like listening rooms, home theaters, when people are like, I don't want it to look like a studio. Okay, fine, we can line the wall with a bunch of these.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like something that would be awesome for when you're in like more cavernous spaces like hotel lobbies and stuff like that, where you want to treat them.
Exactly, and except they're even more effective than the typical slat wall, which just has that little bit of felt on the bottom. So,
absolutely. Yeah. When it comes to your role over at GIK, one thing that I love about it is you're very hands-on on helping your customers find their acoustic solutions and things that may help them in getting to where they're trying to go. Could you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, so I think one thing that separates us is we have this free acoustic advice. That's what I do. There's 5 of us now on the US side, 3 on the UK side. There's an online questionnaire that you can fill out and ask you a bunch of questions about your room, what kind of speakers you're using, dimensions, and then you can submit 5 pictures. We'll look at that, look at your budget, and try and come up with the best way to spend that money. So you end up with something that not only works, but it's much better than it would have been if you'd done it yourself. There's a lot of products, and if you buy things that you like just because they look a certain way, that doesn't mean you're going to end up with a good result. So in a way, protects the brand a little bit because people are getting good sounding rooms in the end, but it also makes sure that the customer ends up something that's not just, for example, people will typically just buy a bunch of 2-inch panels and put in the walls. And they're like, it's cool, but I can't ever get the bass right. It's like, well, that's because your room is untreated from 250 hertz and down. So we try to make sure that all those problems are taken care of. If you got a small budget, it will be better. If you got a little bit bigger budget, it can be good. If you got a big budget, it can be, I'm not going to say it's as good as the best custom built rooms, but we can make a really, really high-end room for not a lot of money.
And I will say, just listening myself to your guys' products, your corner traps are very, very effective.
Absolutely. Yeah. Bass trapping's kind of always been the thing. We got the tri-traps, the corner ones, the bigger soffit traps. I mean, those are effective to 40 hertz. Around the corner, there's the sound blocks, which we released in about the last year. I love those because it's a modular system, but they're 10 inches deep. So you can do big soffits in the corners and sound blocks on all the other walls, and you're pretty close to a build-out performance.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I love about what you guys are doing in the products that you sell. You're not focused on just things in your market share and then say, go find something else that may come as a solution. You've got a top-to-bottom solution available for pretty much most budgets.
We do listening rooms, home theaters, offices, venues, any kind of acoustic problem, we have something that will do it, and the only thing we don't offer is we don't have on-site consultation or installation, but I would argue that our success rate is so high that it's really never proven to be a problem,
Well, that's so amazing. As far as 2024 goes, is there anything that you're excited about for the future?
Mostly just, we've been kind of cleaning up some manufacturing efficiencies, trying to get always trying to get lead times down, although they're in pretty good shape right now. I think our quality is very good. We always want everything to be perfect. Anything we can do to get closer to perfect, that's kind of the things we're focusing on right now, because things happen, things get broken in shipping, whatever. Anything we can do to make it so when the customer gets it, they pull it out, it looks exactly like it's supposed to, performs exactly, anything we can do for that. But there's not, that I know of, there's no real new products. There's something I had an idea of that we're trying to find out if we can build it. It's based on, stuff that I've read and stuff I've done on my own. But again, that's speculation at this point. We'll see.
Okay, amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
And I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful NAMM 2024. I look forward to hanging out later on this year down in Florida.
That's great.
Awesome.
Thanks, Rick.